So as soon as you give birth, the breast has left the normal size it was, the shape. Whether you breastfeed the baby or not, it will definitely suck them.
Don't deny your baby of breast milk. She said it's very good. It's very important for the baby to help them fight infection or bacteria. By the time you start running head-to-scatter for your child's head, you will not think of standing breast. So then you will run without even bra.
Without sugar coating, at all. This program you dey watch so. Now real life situations we dey talk about without sugar coating, at all. It's real life matters. Oh no, it's real life matters. Yeah. It's real life matters with Anita Abbey.
Hi and welcome to your favorite program, Real Life Matters. This program is where we talk about real life situations. We tackle issues and analyze them the way we should without sugarcoating them. And today's topic, we'll be talking about breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is a very important aspect for every mother. But this generation, we tend to neglect the art of breastfeeding our children. We want to copy the Western lifestyle. Some people decide not to breastfeed their children. They say because they want to be in shape and they want to maintain their body and avoid sagging breast. But one thing you have to know, whether you breastfeed your child or not, the breast that will sag will still sag. But today we have a very important guest in our midst. She is a mother, a matron, an MD of a reputable hospital, a woman who has caught over 10,000 babies. She's no other person than Reverend Justina Ukpeibo, all the way from Delta State. Good evening, Ma. It's good to have you in the studio. Welcome, Ma.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have you here. It's good to have you here, Ma. You're welcome, Ma.
Thank you.
All right, Ma. And here she is with us. She'll be sharing more light on breastfeeding. She's going to tell us the importance of breastfeeding. Stay tuned. I know you wouldn't love to miss this episode.
It's real life matters. Yeah. It's real life matters with Anita Abbey.
All right, Mommy. So now, I want you to tell us the advantage of breastfeeding your child.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
It's an interesting topic.
Yes, ma'am.
I know some of us in these days, some mothers, they don't like breastfeeding their babies. Because they think the more they breastfeed their babies, the more their breasts become sag.
Exactly.
The importance of breastfeeding. Our baby, we are supposed to breastfeed them. They need the breast milk. Especially the first milk that is produced as soon as the baby is given birth to, which is known as the colostrum. And that particular colostrum is very rich in antibodies and antioxidants. It helps to build our newborn babies. It helps to protect them against infections. And this colostrum, within 2 to 4 days, it becomes the natural milk. This colostrum is brownish in color. Remember those days, when a woman is giving birth, in our old way, they try to express that milk out. They think it's not clear enough, but they don't know that particular milk is very rich and the baby needs it. It has so many advantages. Breast milk, if you look at the formula of the baby food, you discover that they wrote in it that breast milk is best for your baby.
Exactly.
The advantages of breast milk is number one, it helps the mother to evolutions. As soon as the mother gives birth, you put the baby to breast, and you'll be having some kind of pain in your lower abdomen. It's helping evolution, the womb to evolve. And another thing is that the breast milk comes in the right proportion and the right temperature. Unlike the formula that you have to, maybe sometimes you say it's too hot or maybe it's too cold. Let us make it in the appropriate for the baby. No, the breast milk comes in the right temperature. And the breast milk never goes dry. Because as soon as the baby is sucking, there is that sensation of the mouth touching the nipple is helping the milk to produce more.
Okay. But some people say when they put to bed, their breast doesn't flow. Is it true, or is it possible for a woman to put to bed and the breast will not bring out milk?
That is true. But as soon as the baby, you put the baby to breast, and the nipple, the mouth of the baby touches the nipple, there is this sensation.
Okay.
That will help the breast milk to start producing.
Okay, so what you are saying, in other words, once the baby puts its mouth on the breast, it
Breast
triggers
milk. Yes,
the milk to come out. So, but in a situation like that, whereby the baby puts its mouth in the breast and the milk does not come out, what does the mother do, or what should the mother do?
In rare cases, if you breastfeed this baby well, like some of them, in the first 2-3 days, maybe if the breast is not lactating, you can advise the mother to give formula, a suitable one. But as soon as the breast milk starts to lactate, you discontinue.
Okay.
You discontinue because the baby needs that milk. It helps to protect the baby against any form of opportunistic infection. And it's safe cost.
Okay.
It saves you from going to buy formula and like that. You use that money to feed yourself and eat well so that you can lactate well.
Okay. But what if you have the money, you are so rich, you are not even concerned about the cost? All you just want is just for you to have the right body and buy the best formula for your baby. Do you think there's any side effect? Because somebody said children that are breastfed have a higher IQ than those using baby formula. I don't know if it's true. If you can actually throw more light on that.
Yes, children that are breastfed, they have more high IQs. And again, their vision also is keen. They are very brilliant if you child that are breastfed. And also, when you breastfeed your baby, it saves you a lot. It saves the baby from contacting the infection like maybe diarrhea, vomiting. Those things will not be there. Because when you are giving this baby formula, the feeding bottle, you might not be able to wash it well, or maybe the water and everything, this baby will definitely fall sick. But when you are giving that, the milk is coming directly from the producer to the consumer. So the idea of fly perching it, or maybe it's being exposed to infection bacteria is not there.
Okay.
So it's directly from you, the producer, to the consumer. Okay. You understand? Yes. So because of that, baby can hardly fall sick.
Okay.
And because of the high level of the antibodies in it, the baby cannot be sick.
All right, ma'am. Another question I will have to ask, does it mean that, okay, those people whose IQ are low, does it mean that those people were not breastfed or what? Because some people can actually be breastfed. At the same time, they have a very low IQ.
That will tell you that assuming they were not breastfed, their IQ would have been lower than that.
That's a lot though.
Yes. That is
right.
it. Yes.
But we still have Olodos in this country and in this society. And I still see some children who were not breastfed and they are sharp and they are brilliant.
So assuming if they were breastfed?
Would have been very, very sharp.
Yes.
Okay, so in other words, you are encouraging mothers to try to breastfeed their children.
Breastfeed your baby.
Apart from the health issues, the IQ.
Mm.
Okay, is there any advantage for the mother breastfeeding the
Like
The
I
child.
said before, it helps the mother in evolution.
apart from evolution? Is
It
there
helps the mother, saves the mother from breast cancer.
for real?
Yes. And even the ovary cancer.
Wow.
It helps the mother, it saves the mother from it. And also, if you breastfeed the baby well, you are free from breast abscess. Because some mothers that refuse to breastfeed their babies, their breasts were engorged.
Yes.
So if action is not taken, it can lead to abscess, which is very painful, that every woman will not want to experience. They wouldn't want to go through it. And also, you talked about the advantage and the disadvantage. The disadvantage is that it does not give protection like the breast milk. Formula milk does not give protection like the breast milk.
Okay, it means you can be prone to any sickness, any disease
Yes,
immediately, and your
yes.
immunity is very, very low.
Yes.
Wow.
Very, very low. And again, another thing again is it can be painful. That is one of the disadvantage that they don't want to breastfeed. You see some mothers, when they want to breastfeed their baby, the nipple, sometimes you see the sore on their nipple. That is why sometimes when especially the primate giving birth for the first time, so you teach them how to position their baby. If their baby is not properly positioned, it can cause that injury, sore to the nipple. So the mother will be afraid now to give the breast to the baby. So it will be very painful. So that is one of the disadvantage, and also very stressful.
Okay. Wow, that's very interesting. And okay, I would like to ask, what do you think, or what can you say about exclusive breastfeeding?
Exclusive breastfeeding
Yes.
is a process whereby you breastfeed your baby without giving any other thing. It has to be breast milk and breast milk only.
Okay.
Some people misunderstood this exclusive breastfeeding. They will say, I breastfed my baby and give me water also. You are not supposed to give water because 85% of the breast milk contains water. So by the time you are giving breast milk to the baby and as well giving water, it's not exclusive breastfeeding.
Okay.
You can give your exclusive breastfeeding breastfeed your baby for 6 months. Thereafter, you can start introducing solid milk up to about 2 years. As you are giving this adult milk, you are still breastfeeding this baby at least 6 months without any other thing. And within this period, you discover that your baby will be very healthy, will be very strong. The skin will be glistering because the breast milk contains a lot of
Vitamins,
vitamins,
minerals,
protein, and other things the baby needs for growth.
Okay. The question I want to ask, okay, what if you are breastfeeding your child and the breast milk is not enough? The baby is not satisfied. So what do you do then?
That is why we say one of the disadvantage is stressful.
Okay.
You have to be patient with your baby. Definitely, it's a reservoir where the milk comes from. It never goes dry.
Okay.
You just have to be patient
And
with your
spend
baby.
more time.
Spend more time with the baby. Sometimes some of them will just breastfeed like that.
Then rush.
They will rush it and you think they are okay. As soon as that one settles down, they want to suck
Start
again.
crying.
Then if you are not a patient mother, you will think, the breast is not enough for the child. Let me introduce formula. You are not helping that baby because the breast milk is easily digested compared
To food.
to baby food.
Baby formula.
Yes.
Okay. Another question I want to ask is, what if you are a working class mom? How do you cope with breastfeeding? You have to breastfeed your child and work. How do you cope with it? Or sometimes, do you advise extracting the breast milk?
Yes, at least when you are working, they give you maternity leave up to about 3 months. Okay. So when you want to resume work now, you have to buy this breast pump. You can extract the milk down and keep it in the refrigerator. Then from time to time, if you want to give the baby milk, you just put a warm water in the cup and put the container inside. It's still better compared to baby formula.
Okay, there's no disadvantage in extraction.
No disadvantage. There is no disadvantage in extraction.
But what if the feeding bottle is not clean? I feel infection can also come from there.
That is why most of the times we encourage this cup and spoon.
And what does that mean?
Cup and spoon, that is, you use the cup and spoon for the baby. It is easier for you to wash the cup and the spoon than using feeding bottle. Because the teeth of the feeding bottle sometimes will go bad. And maybe when you want to wash it, those corners of it, you might not wash it anymore. Except you are an experienced person. You cannot say, okay, let me use salt, then after which we immerse it in a bucket with meat inside the bucket.
All right, ma'am. So the very last question I'm going to ask, your topic you are giving it to us goes. It shows that you have so much experience in this. But the very last question I want to ask you is it true that not breastfeeding your child will keep you in shape?
No, it's not true. As soon as a woman becomes pregnant, every part of the body is developed. Your breast, even your whole being develops. So as soon as you give birth, the breast has left the normal size it was, the shape. Whether you breastfeed the baby or not, it will definitely suck them. It will definitely suck.
So the breast will still fall?
Yes.
So what's the point?
Yes, but they don't know. Some people don't know.
So I think we should actually do more of this education,
Yes.
because our children are suffering because we want to be fit.
It's not.
Our children are suffering. We expose them to diseases, to different infections just because we want to be in shape.
Yes.
Wow, this is very interesting and it's educating. All right, thank you very much, ma. We are very glad we have you here.
Thank you.
So, what can you say for us to be in shape? No, see you now. Oh, you are more than how many years and you are like this? Tell us, what can we do? Do we need to do exercise or the right food? Or what can you advise us to be in shape? We young moms that don't want to breastfeed our children.
No, you have to breastfeed your baby. You have to breastfeed your baby. If you want to be in shape, I think exercise should come in.
Okay.
And you avoid eating late in the night.
Wow, that's true.
Yes. You don't, as from 5 o'clock, take light food. Anything heavy, you avoid it. You avoid it.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Ma. It's good to have you. Wow, the MD was very interesting and it was entertaining also. You see, like she said, breast that we sag. So saga. Okay, so if you want to be in shape, she said, don't deny your baby of breast milk. She said it's very good, it's very important. It will help them fight infection or bacteria. By the time you start running head basket for your child's head, you will not think of standing breast, so then you will run without even bra. So in other words, what we should do, we should learn and encourage this young generation to breastfeed our children, because we shouldn't be selfish because we want the best body. Like she said, even not breastfeeding your child, denying them what they want, will not give you the perfect shape. The only thing that can give you the perfect shape is to visit the gym, and for you to avoid midnight food, that food you eat 10 o'clock in the night, you have to stop it so that you can have the nice shape and give your baby that breast that they need. Alright, it was a wonderful episode and I'm glad and I hope you enjoyed it. So stay tuned for the next episode. It's going to be very interesting and entertaining. Alright, thank you. My name again remains Anita Abbey and I'm your host. See you.
It's real life
Alright,
matters.
don't forget to follow us on our
no.
social media handles.
It's real life
On screen, on
matters.
Facebook, on Instagram, on
Yeah,
YouTube. So follow, like,
It's real
subscribe, and
life
comment.
matters.
Alright,
With
any questions,
Anita
send it down to our
Abbey.
DM. We'll be there to reply you.